An endless multiverse of possibilities awaits you, with champions from worlds both familiar and entirely unique to this strange realm. They wait to have their true power unleashed by the Summoner.
Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love. Moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a shoulder to cry on.
Champions are forever.
What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are live once again. I hope everybody is doing well today. Man, it is cold up on here. Not right this minute, but it got cold. And we actually got a little snow. But my bed was warm. And it was holding me tight. Let me tell you. It did not want to let me go, but I'm here. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. You died again. What's up? First one in. Followed closely by Good Morning Shadowverse. T. Smitty in the building. What is up, fellas? Ooh, allergies got me sick again. No stream for me today. Ooh. I don't suffer, well, not since I came down to Georgia. Never had to worry about them allergies, but the pollen down here gets so high that I actually do get an allergic reaction, you know, nose all congested up and everything, and yeah, not fun. Teco Jr., what's up, man? Hope you're having a blessed day, my friend. Harm D Tacos. How you doing, man? My day is going good so far. Unfortunately, I all caught up with One Piece anime. Now I have to read the manga again. Oh, man. See if this new update fixes the inputs. Oh, man. All right. Turn the music. Let the music play. He'll get away. Oh. Look at that. See, I don't, for the PC, it automatically updates for me. So I just launch it and all of a sudden, bam, got the new version right there. Okay. And while we're doing that, of course, I see that Okoye. Deep dive for Heimdall. Yep, I saw he was getting A nice little rework. Let's get our dailies out of the way. Let's see. You, and you. And, not that it matters. Inputs will never be fixed, but Heimdall is. He's awesome now. Okay. That's good to hear. I'm not even sure what was all in this update. Ah, yes. Get rid of the evil hair. Because I don't want it. Haven't played MCOC in a while. Might have to log in and see what's different. Depending on how long ago it's been, you'll have a lot of things that are different, but also some things that stayed the same. If you were suffering from dropped inputs, you're still gonna suffer dropped inputs. $2 Did they have a PC version? I don't remember. I don't think they did. All right, Techo Jr., have fun at work, man. But yeah, I think the biggest thing, they did two things. You can now run the game in 60 frames per second. And there's a PC version. This is the PC version that you're seeing right now. That's all I play now. Unless I'm laying on my bed and I don't feel like getting up. Otherwise, yeah. The 60 frames per second made a big difference for some. Didn't fix the dropped inputs, though. The AI is acting up. Acting like it shouldn't, you know. Way too fast reactions at times. You try to punish certain specials and they're already blocking you and they love to parry you. Be pissing me off. But they have some good stuff too. Like I said, the PC version and the frames per second, new champions, you know, all that good stuff. Might have to jump on. I think I left off on 7.2. Well, they got 9.3 out now. .3 is the latest, I believe. We're waiting for 9.4. Trying to think of anything else. They got a few game modes, new game modes. They got the Coliseum, which is pretty decent. I like it. They can make it a little less grindy. I hope they do. Other than that, it's pretty cool. They came out with this mode that most of us think was a win for them. And it was a mode that was like poker. And it was fun. I actually liked that mode. Then they came out with a mode, because it seems like they're just trying new things. They came out with a mode, Dimensional Arcade, that was kind of a semi-auto fighting type game. You put your points into your characters and then you let them go. And that one was okay. Okay, that was okay. Now they have one, and you're gonna see it if you stay. I'm gonna do it. A lot of people don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't hate it. I don't like it. But I do it. The rewards are decent. Free units. So I get her done. But it's definitely not my kind of game. I don't play those kinds of games. Concert of Champions is what it's called. Yeah, I refuse to try it on the mobile. That does not look like a mobile-friendly game. Check the new champs. I'm really hoping I get that Mystic. Who? You mean Claire? If you mean Claire, yes. That's the only one I want. I can get Captain Britain. That'd be all right, too. But Claire's the one I want. You already know. Claire, my girl. I mean, you remember when they... Yeah, let me move that further away. Get a little closer. You remember when they accidentally put out a infographic that showed her as one of the summoner choices to be in the first 7-star pool? Yeah. She was winning by a landslide. Steven Martinez, what's up, man? No, she's not behind a paywall. In fact, I haven't heard this directly, but apparently you'll have a chance to get all the box champions for free. Because I know you generally you get 2 free keys. Then there's a 3rd free key from the Summoner's Market for free. You just have to keep logging in. And then go from there. We get 1 key. Usually we get 2. So I'm expecting to get like 3 keys for free or something like that. But yeah, I don't have Captain Britain and I don't have Claire. Those are the 2 that I want out of that box. And obviously Claire, if I didn't get anybody but Claire, I'd be happy. So, but yeah. Man, there's a piece of lint. Not come off. Get off of there. There we go. Man, that's annoying. Kingpin, what's up, man? Just doing a little before our arena grind actions here. Oh, so I learned something about Bastion that I didn't know. I thought I knew Bastion, pretty well, but this is something that his kit does not mention. I even went back in the kit to see if it mentioned anything, and it does not. Hazard shift. How many of you knew that Bastion can do hazard shift nodes? That the techno viruses shut down the hazard shift. Didn't know it. The only hazard shifts I ever do are ones where, it's either bleed or poison, because, I know I don't have to worry about that for him. But, yeah. I really want to thank you for last night. I was able to solo the final Ultron. Nice! So it helped that it took you a couple rounds. Oh, yeah. I told you. Sometimes, man. You didn't know that. Yeah, I did not know. In Alliance War coming, the one that's on right now, I was assigned. Actually, we're gonna leave it like that. I'll go. Well, yeah, I'll mess with that later. But in this current war, they assigned me a hazard shift, incinerate, and shock. And I'm like, why would you do that? Bastion has nothing to deal with incinerate or shock. So what's going on, right? No. Marvel King Saitama, what's up? Check out my last upload. Kabam did a great job again. You're not being sarcastic, are you? After I got the last piece, found out I am missing the trench coat. Oh! Ouch. All right. Let's do the Concert of Champions. Okay. How can you not like it? Come on now. Anyway, I got 111 stars. Let me turn that down a little bit. So what I'm doing right now, see, I went and I'm just going down. Here we got, we can do another guillotine. But, let me see. I wonder why they didn't sort this a little bit. But I think this one, I haven't been going for the high scores yet. See, Muspelheim stage, high score. Haven't really been messing around with that. But I did get the, hold on. Like here, Club Nowhere, Danger Room, Dance Floor. That's probably the next one I will do. So I've been working on just this one. And since we have Guillotine, let's see. Oh, they are adding Claire as a 7-star. She's finally coming. All right. Let's do it. Hands are all cold. There you go. Almost got it. But the more stars I get, the easier it's going to be. YT User, what's up, man? Yes, I had an uneventful weekend, although it was a bit cold. Vitalik, what's up? This is event easier on the computer. Yes, it is way better on the computer. I would not try it on the mobile, personally. Still haven't. Okay, let's grab that objective, guillotine. All right, so now, instead of doing the harder guillotine, where you see even when I did a good job, still not at 800, what I can do is work on the Dazzler and build up the stars. So we can just, you know, not worry about the high scores until we get more stars. And the Dazzler stage is going to be much easier. Finger slip. Yep. There you go. Yeah, not terrible, but how many stars did I get for that? It's probably better to go with the harder one then. Get the stars faster. Billy D, Beer Belly Buddha. What's up, man? Not staying too upsetting seeing people play in game that I cannot. Oh. Because Kabam won't fix for all incursions. Nope. Dance. Nope. Kabam giving me so much mental issues from frustration. Yeah, I hate that you can't play it, man. How many, you guys remember how many, did I have 118? So all of that gave me 1. If that's the case, it'd be faster to do the guillotine one. Now let's do another guillotine one. Get her done. Ay, ay, ay. See, that's what happens. I get, once I mess up, it's like a cascading effect. So since I already know I'm not going to get the high score, but I can at least finish. At least I'll get the stars. Dang. Oh, I take it back. I did get it. Okay. And yeah, that was a lot more stars. Okay, well. Oh, wait, no, I didn't get it. Close, though. That's 900, not 800. I could go for this one, too. But honestly, that's getting me a lot more stars, which will make the other modes easier. Or the other, yeah, let's keep going with a guillotine. For right now. Long as I finish it, we good. Now that did it. Boom. Well. Okay. So that one is done. Look at that. All the frustration. And then Club Nowhere. Got to get 550. Club Nowhere, so we don't need to deal with any more of that. Okay, so now we only have one left, and then we're gonna get on with the good stuff. And so I'm gonna just keep going with Dazzler. And maybe move up to Guillotine. The other black man, what's up, man? This is the last one. Missed one. Right at the end. But got a lot of stars for it. And that will do it. And we got the objective though. Give me that. So we just keep going until we, let me see, I could probably do this one and Musselheim do that one next. But yeah. And that was Concert of Champions. You back. Okay, now we can get to ooh, give me all that. Yep, give me that glory. And of course, give me that. Yeah, I'll spend the glory. Glory, glory. Hallelujah. Since I laid my burdens down. Ooh. Got stuff in here, do we? I'll take that. I'll take that. Man, you ain't getting my glory now. And let's see. Yep. Let's grab you. Let's grab y'all. Let's grab some health potions for Alliance War. Case of emergency. We'll get a level 4 in case of emergency. And what we got down here? Okay, that one still hasn't reset. What is my... That's weird. My chat keeps jumping like there's something there, but there's not. Okay, oh, forgot to get the bundle. Okay. All right, we good there. Now let's get on with the arena. Must grind arena. Let's see, is everything... Now, what did that just do? That's really distracting me. Hold on. Okay, no, it's keeping up to date. I caught that. Doing well. How are you liking that dance mode? Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. But I'm kind of in the middle. You see, I'm getting the rewards. You know, gotta make gotta do as much as I can that they give me for free. But I'm sort of in the middle. I don't like it. I don't hate it. It's just something else to do. I've already gotten some good units from it. And I'll keep doing it as I build up my stars and everything. And, you know, I just got 5,000 Titan shards from it. So, yeah. So I like the rewards, but I'm not a fan of that kind of a game. I don't play those games for a reason. Heimdall is looking pretty good with his buff. He's going to destroy that Coliseum arcade. Really? All right. That's what's up. Heimdall finally getting some love. Come on. Come on. Boom, 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 shakalaka. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Ooh, caught ya. Yeah, this thing is jumping. Why is my chat jumping like that? And there's nothing there. It's just jumping. For no dang reason at all. But that's all right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Bastion do that. I've already watched somebody do that node with Bastion. So I got a good idea of how that works, but yeah. I did not know he could handle that. And see, I already love Bastion. He's my favorite tech. And all that did was make me love him even more. Because he can do that, I didn't even know. So now I might sign up for some of the ooh. Ooh, when he's passive, he's so annoying. What? Why was he not dead? Good night. That boy lived too long. Jeez, get a power gain, and he lived too long. Way too annoying. But anyway, I'm gonna see, because I didn't even know. Somebody took my Onslaught. I saw Onslaught there, and I'm like, yeah. I love fighting me some Onslaughts. Somebody else took him. He's bringing in the Maker, who can also take Onslaught, so not a big deal, but still. My Onslaught. Okay, I'm trying to see why this thing keeps on jumping like it is. It's like it's updating or something. All right, come on. Bring it! Come on. Come on. Come on, you can fire it off if you want to. I know we're starting off, so you're all passive and stuff, but yeez, there we go. I will tell you, I did one of the harder modes. I think, was it expert or something like that? No, sir. I finished that thing. My hands were shaking. I was like, oh, yeah, how you do? No. Not my kind of game. And my boy Storm Shadow, his birthday's coming up in 5 days. And we always talk. I'll give him a call. He sometimes gives me a call on my birthday, but this time he just dropped in on the stream, because it's the best way to get me, he knows. Because sometimes he'll call and he won't reach me. But then I'll call him on his birthday and we'll chat for a while and catch up over the year and whatnot. But now I'm hoping that we might be able to find a game we can play together and start playing together again. I wasn't doing that so much before because the computer really couldn't handle that, you know? But we'll see. We can get Storm Shadow in here. We can get Temple. And all three of us can play something. Because I had fun when we played Serious Sam. Oh, that was fun. That was so fun. We even played Left 4 Dead. They talked me into playing Left 4 Dead. Because I really got burnt out on the whole gothic type stuff. You know, werewolves, vampires, undead, all of that stuff, you know. So I was like, I don't want to play no zombie game and whatnot. And they were like, no, come on, play it. So we did. And we did have fun. I cannot lie. We were, I remember we went and there was this lady crying or a little girl crying or something. And I told him, look at here. I ain't going over there. I didn't know what it was. But since we all with these zombies all over the place, and I heard a little girl crying, no, sir. No, sir. And they were like, no, let's go check. I said, I'm going to be right here. You go ahead and check. Sure enough, thing turned into a witch or something like that and started whooping butt. Kabam received some very specific feedback about the arcade mode. I just wish they would have gotten it right this time around. Yeah, I think, well, first of all, I don't think it was good for...
Shadow, hope all is well. It's been a while.
Wish you luck!
Watch, of course. Glad you are well. Take care, my brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Woo! Kruti! What's up, man? How you doing? But yeah, I think a lot of the issues were, it was bugged, first of all, when it first came out. So that frustrated a lot of people already. It doesn't really feel like MCOC. And people play MCOC because it's a, you know, at heart, you know, it's a contest of champions. You're fighting, you know? You're not dancing. Oh. Oh, what's going on, Curdy? What's happening, man? Did you see the boxer who got their wig split during a fight? No. I've been following the Brendan Banfield case. The jury is deliberating now. And I haven't updated. I haven't checked yet. But that man cooked. And he cooked himself. Ooh, statistics. So let me tell you something about statistics. Statistics weren't part of my curriculum originally. Wait. Yeah. I had, what was it? It was a theory class. And I did badly in that class. I hated that class. I was taking the class with some math majors and stuff like that. So they were like rocking. You know, they were breezing through the class. And I'm like, struggling. And I think I ended up withdrawing the first time. Then I tried to take it again. Still couldn't do it. You know, and what they did for me was they replaced the one class. I think it was stat theory or something. And they changed it to statistical methods. 1 and 2 I had to take. Way better. I rocked those classes. Gerald Miller got his wig punched off his dang head in the ring. Wait. He was wearing a wig in the ring. That's funny. Levy, what up, man? What you mean? What's going on with the visuals? Doesn't extrapolation, moving averages, etc. come under statistics. I believe so. What's up, YT user? But yeah, they let me take statistical methods 1 and 2 instead of that theory class. Ooh, I hated that theory class. I did not do well with that one. Keep in mind that my major didn't have a whole lot of math in it anyway. And I used to like math. But when you get to that stat theory and stuff like that, oh my goodness. I was like, eh. But the methods, I could do that. The theory? Is too colorly. Are you talking about the game window itself or what's around it? Oh, you know, I should keep buying that. I've been getting it mostly from the, what you call it? The event, monthly event quest. I was intrigued by statistics for a while, but decided to take civics, American history classes instead. Yeah. Hooked on statistics, work for me. Index number, price index, correlation, etc. Now, some of that sounds more like marketing. I remember doing some of that in marketing. Oh, the game itself, not my layout. Well, this is the PC version. And I'm not sure, have you been by since I've been back? Because I haven't changed anything, but I am running on a new graphics card. And see, it looks fine to me. How many Ascended 4 stars do I have now? Let me see. Triple G in the building. What's up, man? How you doing? All right, let's take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Where are you? 72. I have 72 Ascended 4 stars. Okay, let's see. Because, no, I haven't been buying it. Mainly because it's like 25. And I keep on being just short of one. So I had stopped getting them. And I got plenty of these. Look at that. But yeah, so I do need to keep buying them. Because at least every other week I can ascend somebody. I'm Indian and in class, grade 12. Important for me, and in commerce stream to do bachelor's in business management. Yeah, see, I had business administration. So those classes help there too. I'm doing good, LordShaedow. All this crazy weather done caught up with me. Got a little cold. Yeah, it's cold. But other than that, I'm good. Hope all is well your way. We actually got some snow over the weekend. It's when I have the city background. Yeah, I wonder, is it really colorful for anybody else? Because we just updated the game. But I don't think I changed anything. Did you ever see in India the parents climbing up the outside walls, passing through notes to their kids during the exams? No. Yep, same. Business management and administration. Yep. It was frowned upon, but there wasn't anything they could do to stop it. Huh. Stream looks fine to me. I mean, I got a cold. My throat's on fire, so probably no stream today. Oh, man. You died again. Well, Google it sometime. It's wild to see. Wow. Said it was too colorful. So I was just wondering, maybe. Got my NyQuil, the sniffling, sneezing, coughing, achy, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine? You know what's funny? So I don't often get sick, right? But I got sick and I went to get some NyQuil. All right. And I think some Dayquil. So I go to Kroger and I go through the self-checkout because I always do. And there's a lady there, you know, to help out. And the thing alerts and says, I need to show my ID. I'm like, what? Did I accidentally, you know, get alcohol? Because that's the only thing I know. And I've never had that happen to me before. Because I don't get alcohol or anything. So, you know, I'm like, what card? Why would I need to show my ID? And so I asked her. I said, I don't have any alcohol, you know, so I don't know why I'm showing my ID. She said, she looked through and said, oh, it's the cough, you know, syrup, the NyQuil and everything. I was like, what? I was like, why would you have to show an ID for that? Folks, it's something else, man. They using that stuff to mix and match and get all kind of drugs. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I just want some stuff for my cold. You know? But yeah, apparently folks were using it for nefarious purposes. And so they had to start carding people. But I hope you feel better, man. Having a cold sucks. Got to get up and on my job. Ugh. Coop gonna be pulling up soon. You gotta still work. Oh, I hate that. I mean, I can't do cough syrup. That is nasty. It is. Lean purple drink. Yeah. Yeah. I like I said, I was completely ignorant about the purposes they use that for. It was all of them. The NyQuil, the Dayquil, and a few other things they were carding people for. And I'm like, wow. Didn't know. Man, I hope they don't start asking for IDs at these places with everything going on in Minnesota and other places. And ICE asking Americans for proof of citizenship is crazy work. Yeah. It's bad. It's bad right now. Oh, CPUP. Got you. That makes a whole lot more sense. I was like, Coop, a car? Who's pulling up? But yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So, who has been following the Brendan Banfield case? It is wild. Right now, they're deliberating. I don't know if they came out with a verdict yet, but I can't see how he gets acquitted. But if you look up Au Pair, A-U, Pair, M Trial, I'm not saying the word because, you know, YouTube. You'll find the case there. But, you know, you basically have a man who allegedly, until he's convicted, allegedly unalived his wife. But now that's not too, sadly, too odd, because that happens, okay? But it was the story that the nanny basically told as to what happened. Because he was trying to say that he pew-pewed up this man while the man was assaulting his wife. And that the man is the one that unalived his wife, and then he unalived the man. Y'all. So, every defendant has a constitutional right to testify in their own case. They cannot be stopped. The lawyer can advise them against it, but you can't stop them from doing that. He decided to get up on that stand. And let me tell you, the prosecution was like, ooh, is it Christmas already? I watched him destroy himself. Okay? Up on that stand. He lied on the stand. And I mean, got busted lying on that stand. And then the story he tried to tell didn't make no sense. Oh, yeah. See, had he not testified in his own, case, there was actually a chance that the defense could have gotten reasonable doubt. Okay? Because here we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Because they gave her a deal that, no, not cool. And they could have leaned on that. Okay? They could have leaned on that and said she's lying. This story is a real fanciful story that she told so that she could, get off. Because she's going to get, a short time served, and then get sent back to her country, which I'm sure is where she want to go now anyway. And then she's already been approached with a book deal or a story or something like that, where she may be getting like $10,000, something like that. So yeah, they could have leaned on that, but what he did, no. No, sir. He really messed himself up. Yeah. Would not have gotten to him if he had not testified. It's usually a very bad idea. Now, sometimes... Come on, man. There you go. Sometimes your lawyer will tell you... I got to get that timing down. The lawyer will tell you that you got to testify. You know, especially in a case where it's he said, she said, you got to tell your side. But in his case, he should not have testified. That defense lawyer, I think he did what he could do. But once he testified, he was done. Check this out. During his testimony, and they brought this up, the prosecution brought this up. She trapped him. She snuck this in on him. She said, oh, so when you and, the nanny were at the, pew-pew range, is that when you devised the plot? And do you know what he said? You would think he would say, no, we didn't make any plot. There was no plot. That's not what he said. On the stand, he said, not at that time. Bam! Done! He cooked himself! He actually said that. I listened to a few law reactors, and we were like, what did he just say? Are you kidding me? Did he actually just say that on the stand? Yeah, he did. And in her closing, she pointed that out because she caught it. And, of course, the case is not just reliant on that nanny. They also have forensics. And the forensics support the nanny's story rather than his. Now, keep in mind, all that the defense has to do, they don't have to prove anything. Snoop Dogg. I see you, YT user. They don't have to prove anything. The prosecution, the burden is on the prosecution to prove their case. However, because he testified, now that became part of the prosecution's narrative. And she could now say, they said such and such, and that hasn't been proven. See, she wouldn't be able to do that before. That'd have been a cause for a mistrial. But because he testified, he really, really messed that one up. And I know his lawyer was probably gritting his teeth. But there's nothing the lawyer can do. Can't stop him. That is his constitutional right. Yeah, he played himself. Most times it's best to do nothing. The burden is almost always on the prosecution to prove you get. Yeah, it is. Defense, you don't have to prove. In our courts of law, you are presumed innocent. Legally speaking, you are proved innocent. Somebody tried to say, no, you proved, you're assumed, presumed, not guilty. No. It is called the presumption of innocence. So legally speaking, they treat you, or they're supposed to, because we already know our law is not perfect. Our legal system's not perfect. But, oh, I hate how they did him now. But anyway, it's the presumption of innocence. They are to treat you like you're innocent, meaning you don't have to prove your innocence. That's already presumed. What you have to do is let them prove that you're guilty. And if they fail to prove that you're guilty, then you get acquitted. Even if you're not innocent. That has nothing to do with it. There are cases where they talk to the jury later, and the jury, some of the jury members were crying because they felt that the guy did it, but the prosecution did not prove their case. So they were not able to find him guilty because the prosecution did not prove it. But they all were like, oh, he did that thing. But they couldn't find him guilty. And it was a M case. So you could imagine how they felt. You know, the family didn't get justice. And because that person got acquitted, they could not get charged again for that same crime. Double jeopardy. But if I remember correctly, he got street justice. He didn't live too much longer after that. But yeah, they have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's why if he had not testified, the defense attorney, the only thing the defense attorney would have been doing was trying to introduce reasonable doubt. That's it. He didn't have to prove anything. Just introduce reasonable doubt. And that's all. But he got up there on the stand, thought he was too cute. He wasn't. He pretty much destroyed himself. And yeah, in cross-examination, she wrecked him. His answer to that one question, he admitted it. He admitted his crime. In addition to all the other stuff that was going on, he actually admitted to the crime. Oh, Darryl Brooks was something wrong with him. He don't got them all. There's a strat called, I think, 21 questions for cross-examination. Prosecutors have a list of about 21 questions where no matter how the defendant answers, the defendant is buried. Yeah, it's not a good idea to if you don't have to. Yeah, in general, you definitely don't want to talk to the police in certain cases, and it's hard. It's hard without talking to your lawyer, especially if you want to help. You know, you don't lawyer up You know, it's like, you know, they're looking for witnesses for a crime, right? And they're oh, what do they call it? Canvassing the neighborhood. You know, you don't have to lawyer up if they're just asking you that. But if they arrest you, lawyer. And I don't care how they say it, because they'll be like, well, you're not arrested, but you're not free to go. I want my lawyer. If you are not free to go, I want my lawyer. Don't even play. And you can't get in trouble for not assisting them in proving you're guilty. Exactly. He's more likely a narcissist. Yeah. He thought he was a sovereign citizen. I remember when I first heard about sovereign citizens, I'm like, really? I haven't seen any of them successfully do anything in court, honestly. Haven't seen it yet. Sounds like we have some lay majors in the chat. Oh, law majors. I just watch it a lot, so I'm familiar. Didn't 50 and Nate do 20 questions? 21 questions? I don't know if I heard that. Oh, yeah. Trip G did. I didn't. I'm picking this stuff up just from watching a lot because I loved it. It's the only thing that, other than computers, I would have gone into. You know, I mean, I went computers all the way straight through into my career. The only thing that interested me, other than computers, was law. I loved it. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Police just want to ham you up. Usually. You ever, I hate the sovereign citizen movement, no accountability. Yeah. Have you heard what they read you in your rights? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, what's the next part? Talk to me. Does it say may? Is there anything in there that says talking would help you? It says anything you say can and will be used not for you, but against you. That's why they have to warn you. There is nothing in there that says it's a good idea. So you are warned. Can and will be used against you. Pretty clear. Big Caban wants me to lose this round of arena. Team Gentle, Enchantress, and Serpent. Ow! Mickey, what's up, man? If you aren't free to leave and you're not under arrest, that's a Fourth Amendment violation. Yeah, you are under arrest. And that's why I said, no matter how they say it, you know, like if they say, well, you're not under arrest. Okay, I'm leaving. Oh, well, you're not free to leave. Then I'm under arrest. See, you can't have it both ways. Well, you're being detained right now while we investigate something. No. You can't do that. If I want to leave and you're not letting me leave, the only way you can stop me from leaving is that I'm arrested. Whether you call it detained, not free to leave. Don't matter how you say it. If I can't leave, then that's when you be like, okay, I want a lawyer. Cops are the closest thing to a sovereign citizen. Yeah. With their qualified immunity. Can and will be used against you in a court of law. Exactly. Nothing there says it's going to help you. They never say that what you say is going to actually help you. You know, even if you say, well, I didn't do it. That's not going to come in to help you. This is why no matter what, get a lawyer. Yeah. Only lost to the busted enchantress. Well, that's good. At least you didn't lose that round. Now they have to say, you are detained for our safety and yours. Cops are also legally allowed to lie to you. Yep. They sure are. And I have such an issue with that. There was a case where they took a young boy and lied to him and told him that his father had already confessed that he saw him do it. And that was a lie. And this young boy, whose father, you know, he obviously trusted and never lied, was like, well, then I guess I must have done it. And he got arrested for the unaliving of his mom, who had, I think, got on, she was set on fire or something like that. He was sleeping at the time. It was messed up. It was really messed up. But because they're allowed to lie, they were able to do that. Yeah, I got mad issues with that. I went to a wedding where 2 pieces of bread got married. Everything was going great until I announced I wanted to toast the bride and groom. Caveman Oog! What's up, man? Nine times out of 10, if they're interrogating you, then they don't have enough to make a case. They want you to give them what they need to bury you. Yep. You know, if they're just talking to you, if they have not read you your Miranda rights, sure, talk. But if they read you your rights and they detained you, nope. If someone else pays for your mistakes, where's the incentive to do things right? I know. That qualified immunity, it costs the taxpayers. Them lies never work if you get a lawyer. Yep. It's just safer to just get a lawyer. If they're interrogating you, but of course people want to try to see if they can get out of it. Some people want to find out how much the cops know. You know, the guilty folks want to know how much the cops know, you know. Cops lie to someone with learning difficulties. They can make them confess, yeah, and serve a sentence for something they never did. They don't even have to have learning difficulties. They can do that anyway. False confessions is a thing. Yeah, it's not all cops. No. I've met some really good ones. I've met some that, I mean, they're just regular people. You know, at the end of the day. So you have your good ones, you got your bad ones. I have friends back in the day, you know, of course we lost touch now, but I had friends that were cops. And they were cool. You know, some of them, you know, they're like, look, you know, they're not going to bust your chops for everything, you know, every single thing, you know. And they were cool. They were cool about a lot of stuff. I've had cops let me off with a warning for speeding. I had a little lead foot when I was in college. What can I say? The good cops stand up against the corruption and they get bullied. Yeah. And fired and put on the Brady list. Well, the Brady list, well, I guess they could get put on there. I would think that they would do some more investigating before they put somebody on the Brady list. You know, like that one cop in the Karen Reed trial. That cop belonged on the Brady list, and she proved it. We got our law system out of whack these days. And yet, it's still better than a lot of other systems in the world. Our system may not be the best and perfect, but I think it is the best in the world. I think we have the best system in the world here. If you don't have a lawyer, then just sit there in silence until they get you a lawyer. Keep your lips sealed. Yeah. The blade is a spiteful act by the dirty cops. It doesn't matter if it's accurate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At first, I was like, well, no. And then I thought about it, and I was like, yeah. It's just a tool that they can use to basically ruin them. So, yeah, it discredits good cops. And it don't take a lot of bad cops to ruin all cops' reputation. Yeah, that's right, Triple G. Good point. He turned in the $1 million, and it made all the bad cops look even worse. And that way, they couldn't trust him, because if he turned that in, that means he was one of the good ones. And they couldn't trust him. You think about it. You doing dirt. And here's somebody working with you that would turn in $1 million. So you know they turn your dirty butt in. So you would not want them around you. You want to do your dirt in peace. And if they would turn that in, they're going to turn you in. At least that's the thought process anyway. They call themselves protecting their own, even when their own is dirty. Yeah. Exactly. I'd always be the good cop, come what may. Yeah, and you might not last very long. That be the problem. Why did I go up against Ultron? I thought I switched it. Oh well. Still get him down. But yeah, it sucks, but of course my thoughts are not for good things here on this earth. I'll just say it that way. That's not where I expect my reward to come. So, yeah, be a good cop if you're going to be a cop. And you might not get rewarded for it here. You get rewarded for it elsewhere. If you live your life that way. I was recently reading about a case where a black man was in jail for some 20 years. Yeah. Then they found enough evidence to free him. Yep. I've read a couple of cases like that. Read a couple of cases like that. And now there's one. They can keep it. Yeah, I was gonna say Triple G. Do you remember? I don't know if you read it or anybody. This sound familiar to you guys? He sued. He got restitution. He sued the state, but then he got restitution. I think from the federal government, and then sued them civilly and won. And they're trying to make him give back the money, the civil money, not the other money that he got. Have you heard of that one? And mind you, they had locked him up. And he lost all his life. He was in there. The police unions have a lot to answer for. Yeah. 2, they defend the undefendable. Well, I'll tell you this. They dropped Proctor like a bad habit. They sure dropped him. When they found out that they had all his texts and everything for years, they dropped him like a bad habit. Oh, hey, oh. Hit her with it. I've not heard about that one. Yeah. They're trying to say that he shouldn't get both. He should only get one. He should have to give back one of the amounts. Yeah, Proctor, they were standing behind him for a little while he tried to get his job back. He appealed to get his job back. And they were behind him until they found out that, he had texts that he thought he erased, but it was still in the cloud. So when they found that out, the police union said, "We out." And Proctor was like, "I withdraw my appeal." Because he knew what was going to come up. But yeah, look that up and see if you can find that one. Because, yeah, it's crazy. I believe he was in... Hold on. Now that I'm talking about it. Let's see. Man. Let me see if that comes up with anything. Was it this one? Trying to see because I find a lot of wrongfully accused. This guy was in there for 44 years. 44 years. He spent. Let's see. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. Dominique, what's up? I'm here to like that stream. Sorry I missed your birthday, by the way. That's fine. I'm glad to see you here, man. I'm trying to find this, man. Let me see if I can look for it. Let's see if it's there. Aha! I think this is it. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Is this one? Yep. Found it. Check this out. This is it. This is the guy. After spending 25 years in prison, a wrongfully convicted man must repay $1 million of his compensation back to the state that convicted him. And this is why. Okay. He spent roughly 25 years, wrongfully convicted, right? Judges have now ordered him to repay more than $1 million back to the state. The reason has to do with how Michigan's wrongful conviction compensation law works. When someone also gets paid through a separate lawsuit. See? So the state of Michigan paid him. Then he won a lawsuit for police corruption. And the court said he has to refund his wrongful imprisonment. Now, if I remember correctly, and you can look it up, the lawsuit is more. So the amount that Michigan was going to give him, that gave him, is less than what he's getting from the lawsuit, I believe. Yeah, 25 years, you're not going to get over that. Yeah, pays $50,000 per year. Okay, so it worked out to $1.25 million from the state. Okay. And then let's see, do they tell you how much? The state paid him through Wicca, all right? Yeah, see, look at this. Settled a lawsuit for more than $7 million. So it's not like he's coming out of this bad. Michigan was only going to compensate him $1.25 million. But the state, the lawsuit got him 7.5. So even if he returns that $1 million, he good. Yeah, falsified evidence in order to get him in there, all that good stuff. Yeah, see? The double dip argument. And that's what they're trying to say. They called it double dipping. That he's getting compensated twice for the same thing. Rewrite the law. Yeah. So anyway, That's the story that I was referring to. So he's still coming out well ahead. You know, the amount that they gave him, I think they should still have to give it to him. And a lot of people feel the same way, but it's the way that law is written. Yeah, YT user. He should keep all of it. But he's still going to come out with a good amount. More than they were going to compensate him according to the law. $50,000 a year? Nah. Yeah, that's not enough because that 25 years. Think about everything he missed. 25 years. And you don't come out of that without mental issues. You don't. He will have those for the rest of his life. Double dipping like he's trying to be sneaky with it. The guy had his life stolen from him. Exactly. His defense to paying back could be that he was suing for corruption, not wrongful imprisonment. The way their law worked, that's why they've ordered him already to pay it back. It's because of how the law is written. And he already lost the lost that argument, so he has to pay back that 1.25 million. But he gets to keep the 7.5 million. But yeah, like I said, our legal system is not perfect. We've got all kind of issues, but we still have one of the best ones in the world. Who's that? Kukul? Or Kukwil? Welcome to the Shadows. Thank you for giving me that follow over on Twitch. Like, I forget where it is. I think South Korea. I think it was South Korea. But being intoxicated is an actual defense there. See, it's not a defense here. If you get drunk and you do something, we don't care because you voluntarily got drunk. So that's not a defense. Oh, I was drunk, so I did such and such. We don't care about all that. But I believe it's South Korea that they do. And I remember reading about a case. It was horrible. This man, let's just say what he did to this young girl, underage girl. He damaged her for the rest of her life. Man, I still remember reading that. It almost wanted to make me cry. But he damaged her for the rest of her life with what he did. And see here, he would have been in that jail for a long time. Not there. Because when they got her on the stand, she mentioned that she smelled alcohol. Now, they didn't test him to see how much alcohol he had in his system or anything. But the fact that there was alcohol on his breath meant he was drinking, meant that his lawyer could now use that as an argument that this is out of character for him. He clearly was drunk when it happened, and he didn't get that much time. You know? He didn't get drunk. I mean, he didn't get that much time. She did not receive justice. And he got out and then moved into the neighborhood where she lived. So yeah, we have some safeguards against stuff like that. You voluntarily got drunk, but you didn't voluntarily do all those things while you were drunk or high. Makes sense. Some countries have done it that way, but I wouldn't support it. Yeah, that's why we don't do that. Do you imagine you would voluntarily get drunk and use that as an excuse? See, not everybody gets drunk the same way too. Some people have more, you know, some people get so drunk they don't even remember what happened. And then you got some other people who get drunk and they remember what they did. It lowered their inhibitions. Can you imagine if they could use that as an excuse? They get away with doing anything and just use that. So yeah. Also in Japan, if you're an American and taking a cab and they get into an accident, they told us to pay the fare and get out of there. The driver will claim you were distracting them from driving. Wow. If they don't take responsibility for behavior while they are drunk, they don't got to take responsibility for their actions. Yeah, exactly. It's like the cops who don't get punished for doing wrong. Yup. That qualified immunity, it just cultivates bad behavior. I mean, if they're not going to suffer any consequences, you know, and the argument is they'd be afraid to do their duty. I don't think that's the case. I think they should be afraid to do the wrong thing. Because all that happens, even when they're found to be in the wrong, the taxpayers got to pay it. So, yeah. If you wanted to rob a bank, you would knock back a bottle to get a reduced sentence if you get caught. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, hey. I didn't know he could counter miss. I don't know nothing about him, so, you know. Even when they do wrong, oftentimes they get promoted to try and create a narrative that they were actually great cops. Not only that, but a lot of times, rather than fire them, they just move them to someplace else. They get a free move. They don't lose their pensions. So they really don't have any incentive. Unless they have their own moral compass firmly installed, the system doesn't really incentivize them. Yep, they disappear and pop up in another state to do it all over again. Yep. Did y'all see what happened with the Sonia Massey case? That was unusual. That cop actually got the maximum. Oh, definitely internal affairs is complicit. And sometimes. But did you see he got the full 20 years? That's all you could get him. But still, the fact that that he got the max, you don't usually hear that. But yeah, every time I saw what he did, it pissed me off. Just like that lady cop. Ooh, that pissed me off. That lady cop that got that young guy and basically tortured him with the taser. See, I couldn't watch that because all I kept thinking was, I just want her handcuffed and handed to me. Let's see. Let's have a little fun. Because she emasculated that poor guy. She a big bad cop hiding behind her badge. And then just tased him while he was handcuffed and everything too. Boy cried out and then started crying. What? Yeah, handcuff her and give her to me. Let's see if we can make her cry. See, I that pissed me off so bad. And I don't know what happened to her even. Didn't even hear much about it. Was she moved? Because she clearly should not be a cop. Whatever anger issue she got against men, you know, she should not be a cop. Slinger! What's up, man? Hi. You can't even complain because in a lot of places they bully and harass you. Yep. Try to stop you from making a complaint. Absolutely. Do you remember Ice-T? The rapper? Not Ice Cube. Ice-T. He made that album about the police. And they harassed him. And his family. And he got up on stage or something like that and called them out for it. It was like, you know, can y'all please stop harassing me and my family now? You know? It was something. Ice-T, not that kind of Ice-T. Well, I'm doing fine, Slinger. How you been, man? It's cold over here, though. It's cold outside. Who are you holding? But yeah, they definitely do that. Like with Karen Reed, I mean, she got the spotlight on her. So, you know, I would think that she'd be, you know, a little bit safer there because she has the spotlight on her. So they wouldn't dare do anything. But, you know, I'd move. There's no way. If I were Karen Reed, I would stay in that town. I would move. And the thing is, people would love to help her move too. If she said, nope, I'm moving. I can't stay here. People would pay and help her move. They think the law doesn't apply to them because it doesn't. Yeah. Sadly. It's bloody cold here too. Tons of ice as well. Yeah. It got cold, pretty cold, man. All right, guys. Got to get something to eat before I pass out. Let me see here. Restart. Okay. Let me look and see who is streaming. And we can give them a raid. Don't forget to hit the like button, though. Also, there's this thing called Hype. I think everybody gets a certain number of hypes every week for free. And you can use those hypes to help promote your favorite streamers. Look into that, because I haven't really, because it's something new, and I hadn't really looked into it. All right. Nope, nobody alive. I think the hype is YouTube. A lot of cops probably were either bullied and or bullies at school. Oh, yeah. Dominique, yes. I am out of here. I gotta eat or else I will pass out. And y'all don't want that. But I will be back tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. You're always a day away. So take care, everybody. And you all have a blessed day.